Girls are brilliant. Sure, there's a whole lot of hoo-ha about women being difficult to understand, but understanding generally says more about the person doing the understanding than the person being understood. Am I right? Fostering a close relationship with your daughter from the get-go is a wonderful thing. But if you have drifted apart, try some of these activities and be consistent, and you can get your relationship as close as ever. The truth is that behind any mood or closed door is just someone wanting to connect just like we all do. So reach out and keep your arms open, and your daughter will always come home for hugs. So without further ado, family, here is our list of ways to really connect with your daughter. Number 1. Leave notes. Connect with your daughter even when you're not around. Leave her little notes of love and encouragement in her school bag, lunchbox, or overnight bag. Remind her that she is loved and awesome, and you just might give her the confidence boost she needs in a hard moment. Children treasure these things, and if you give her a special box to keep her memories, we're sure you'll find a stash of these notes kept safely in there when you go through it together years later. Number 2. Hug often. Family therapist Virginia Satter is known for promoting the importance of hugging in the everyday human experience. According to her, we need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. We need 12 hugs a day for growth. Try to give your child some form of affirming physical touch in the morning and last thing at night, and hug as often as possible throughout their life. If you might have let physical touch get a bit awkward with your child, then don't force hugs. Patting a shoulder, a foot rub, or stroking their back goes down well to remind your daughter that you are here and that they are loved. You can work your way back to cuddles and hugs in no time. Number 3. Be present when you're present. One of the quickest ways to show anyone that you love them in the 21st century is to just put your phone down and make eye contact. If you take notice, you will be horrified at how many situations your phone is present for. But phones aren't the only culprit. It's clear as day when you are running through a list in your head while trying to wrap up the conversation or activity so that you can move on to the more important stuff. Now, we aren't denying life is busy and juggling everything is hard. So rather say to your daughter that you can play until 6 p.m. or that you have 15 minutes to chat, or that you can catch up over a cup of tea and then you must go do XYZ. This way you have managed their expectations, that it won't be an all-night girls' night or a full game of Monopoly, and you have also put a pin in your own schedule so that you can give your child your full attention and let your mind be in one place. Practice this kind of presence in everything in your life and you'll see exponential success. Number 4. Talk the talk. The awful stigma of mean girls or girls having mood swings and stony silences is an awful one, and it often stems from not being able to process our emotions or misplaced reactions to our feelings. The truth is that this isn't reserved for women. Men can have just as many ill-placed emotional outbursts or cold shoulder reactions as women. That being said, what are you doing to ensure that your daughter isn't pigeonholed for having feelings, and how are you equipping her with the tools to manage her emotions? Helping your child build resilience and emotional intelligence is one of the most valuable gifts you can give them to enable a happy life. Be sure that if you have boy and girl children, they get the exact same treatment with regards to their emotions. And let's raise a generation of psychologically healthy children. Number 5. Play builds bridges. Joking, laughing, roughhousing, sports and playing games are the ultimate in stress release for all of us. Be sure to factor in plenty of stress-free playtime with your daughter. It's easy to focus on things like manicures, class gossip and crafts, but girls need competitive and physical play just as much as boys. It is only nurture that has girls less inclined to these activities. Play is a wonderful way to engross yourself in the moment, to leave behind anxiety and overthinking and be present. Connecting with each other in these moments where you and your daughter are free from distraction and sharing a common interest will deepen your bond for life. Number 6. Earn trust through example. Unfortunately, as great as you might be at not fostering stereotypical mean girl behavior in your daughter, she may not experience that at school. She will be exposed to gossip, potentially bitchy behavior, and mean-spiritedness, excluding a few friends. All you can do is to maintain an open conversation about this type of behavior. Watch movies where it is displayed, and let it open discussions about situations your daughter has experienced that are the same. Then help her see that nothing great comes from it, and that at the end of the day it stems from a weakness in a mean girl. and it shows the lack of strength and strong values. Encourage your daughter to take the path of kindness always, and more importantly, show her how you and your friends lead by example. Number 7. Conversation starter. If you've searched for this video because conversation has dried up between you and your teen daughter, then here is a cool idea to fan the flame of friendly chatter. The next holiday period you have, why not surprise her with a book? But get yourself the same book. Go for something really dramatic and saucy, where you will have plenty of suspense and did you read moments. Then embark on reading it at the same time. It's like a party of 2 book club with you and your daughter. And this isn't reserved for moms and daughters. Dads can join in too, because why not? This will be a great kickstarter for conversations around topics like relationships, friendships, future careers or travel dreams and general values. And it's a fun, secret club through the shared experience, and you won't be gossiping about real people. Number 8. Talk over things, but don't overtalk. This is a hard balance to strike, but if you want to connect with your daughter, it's a good one to get right. While it might be endless conversations about her crush, other topics might be completely off the table. This might be because they are awkward, or your daughter doesn't trust you to cover them with respect or without minimizing her feelings. Her resistance isn't enough to not discuss important matters with her. You still need to be her first point of call for guidance and advice. So if you aren't sure what the reason is for her resisting some topics, but it's a serious matter that you need to discuss, then follow this simple rule. Keep it short and sweet. For example, children should preferably hear about contraception from their parents because you will know when they are emotionally ready for the discussion, and you might have different values to how it is presenting at school or by their friends. However, it can feel awkward for a teen to discuss this with a parent. In this case, make it quick. Get to the point and move on to something else. Don't turn it into a lecture. If they want to talk more, they will ask. Number 9. Share history. Growing up is scary, but one way we can help put our children's mind at ease is remind them that the adults in their lives experienced these challenges too and came out okay. Remember to share stories about your successes and your challenges as a child with your daughter. Let her know that you weren't perfect and that you also had similar fears or joys. We all love to recognize ourselves through others. These shared experiences help teach us about our own humanity and help position us in the world we live in. Remember to tell your daughter about her younger self, more positive stories than one she might find embarrassing. Remind her how delighted you were by her birth, or her as a little girl and how proud you are of her now. It might seem cheesy, but it means the world to your children. Number 10. Advice can be a two-way street. Let your daughter in on your challenges by asking her for advice. We don't mean anything that would burden a child. Start small, like ask her advice on 2 hairstyles you are trying to choose between, or an outfit. Let her be part of planning the family menu for the week, or let her weigh in on the destination for a family holiday. All this reminds her that you respect her and value her input and thoughts. It is also a great way to start conversations, as it's a surefire way to get the conversation flowing and build trust between you two. Number 11. Lean into what she loves. We all want to be accepted for our uniqueness and interests. Show your daughter that love by showing interest in what she loves. Perhaps she is a budding artist or a movie buff. Offer to take her to an art gallery or a film screening. Or just talk to her about her interest and show admiration for her talent. This is a great way to show a child that you care and are taking note on what matters to them. In the same way, share your interest with your daughter. If you're really into golf, don't just disappear on her every Saturday to hit the green. Invite her along and show her the ropes. You might have just found a lifelong golf partner. Number 12. Welcome emotions. You can minimize an Excel spreadsheet, but you should never minimize your daughter's emotions. Perhaps she sinks into the back seat and says something like, "I hate my school." Try to resist the urge to respond right away. Ask her why, and if it's anything specific. Keep the conversation open. If you lead with, "Oh, that's ridiculous," then you have missed out on an opportunity to help her. Once you have heard her out, you can go in with a more practical parenting advice that you have. But by now, your response will be more accurately directed, and you can respond with something like, "I had the same thing with a difficult teacher, but I just waited it out. And the next year, I had a great teacher, and it felt like a different school. This way, you aren't telling her that she can't hate her school in that moment, or that her feelings are invalid, but you are helping her feel and deal with the emotion, look ahead, and move on. Number 13. Curb your enthusiasm. This one is easier said than done, but try not to overreact. When your daughter starts to share with you, there is a strong chance that she might say something that surprises or disturbs you. This is the moment to be cool. If you explode into a tirade of your strong opinion on the subject, then that is probably the last time she will share with you. However, if you ease into your response, even stay neutral and rather ask questions that guide her to see things differently, you will keep her trust. Try not to get too preachy, rather keep it a conversation than a monologue, and always end a conversation letting her know that you are in her corner no matter what, and that she is welcome to come to you with anything. In short, stay in control of your own emotions and keep your reactions in check. Number 14. Connect as you change. One of the best ways to help a child manage moving through their day is to connect before transition. Kids struggle to transition from one activity to another, for example, watching TV to bath time, or breakfast to getting ready for school. Children need us to co-regulate them from one activity to the next. They thrive in the moment, so aren't as fixated on what they have to do next as adults are. While you might be thinking about folding the laundry as soon as dinner is done, your kid is just loving the time around the table. They don't have an urgency to move to get homework done. To help them transition to the next activity or part of the daily routine that we want them to do, simply look them in the eye, use their name, and connect with them. Then get them giggling or laughing with a funny face or a tickle, then move them along to the next task. This is a great way to bridge the transition for your daughter from what she was doing to what she needs to do in a light way, and she heads off to the new task smiling. Number 15. Surprise her. Going to school and sports and home can feel repetitive for kids and parents, and even if the weeks seem to fly by for you, kids have a slower sense of time, and a week can crawl by. Don't underestimate the joy a little surprise or a treat out of the blue can give a child. Why not fetch your daughter early from after-school activities and take her for an ice cream? Or meet her at the bus with a new nail polish and suggest a girls' manicure night. It doesn't have to be anything that costs a fortune. It's quality of time spent and showing your daughter you thought of her and made a special effort that matters. Family, what is your favorite way to connect with your daughter? Share it and inspire others in the comments below. And here's our bonus fact just for you. Create something you and your daughter can treasure in years to come. Why not start a shared diary? Write letters to each other in a notebook. Let her share feelings, questions, or even jokes in a different medium to plain chats. It will be an exciting memory of what happened in your daughter's life, what was important to her, and what made her laugh or cry. A beautiful way to connect on a deeper level and create another space for her to express her feelings with you. Thanks for watching, family. We value your likes, and remember to subscribe for more videos.